Have you ever felt a silence to be so heavy, so suffocating that it runs down your spine? Then that is the silent treatment. And for many women, it's a weapon wielded by abusers to control and manipulate. It's a form of emotional abuse and it can be just as damaging as any physical blow. This is not about a temporary disagreement. It is about a calculated pattern of behavior designed to instill fear, guilt, and self doubt. It's about power and control, and it's never okay. Hi, my name is Malika Murali. I'm an emotional abuse recovery coach helping women who are emotional abuse victims reclaim their lives and thrive. The silent treatment is exactly what it sounds like silence. But it's not just the absence of words, it's a deliberate withdrawal of communication, of affection, of acknowledgement. It's the stony silence, the cold shoulder, the refusal to engage. Imagine asking a question and being met with a blank stare. Imagine reaching out for comfort and finding only emptiness. Imagine feeling invisible, worthless, and utterly alone. That's the silent treatment. It's a way for abusers to punish, to control, and to manipulate their victims. And sadly, it's a tactic that often works. Abusers use the silent treatment because it's effective. It's a calculated move designed to inflict emotional pain without uttering a single word. It's a way to assert dominance and to make the victim feel insignificant. This tactic keeps their victims off balance, constantly second guessing themselves and their actions. When someone uses silence as a weapon, it's a clear sign of emotional immaturity and a lack of healthy communication skills. They are unable to express their feelings constructively. They crave control, and silence gives them that. It allows them to manipulate the emotional landscape of the relationship. It allows them to dictate the terms of the relationship, to set the rules without any discussion or compromise. This keeps their victims guessing, always unsure of where they stand. It helps maintain an unequal power dynamic where the abuser holds all the cards. The silence itself becomes a form of punishment, a way to inflict emotional distress. This leaves the victim to wonder what they did wrong, how to fix it, and how to avoid such treatment in the future. They become consumed with trying to appease the abuser, often losing their sense of self in the process. The silent treatment can happen anywhere, but it often plays out behind closed doors, away from the eyes of friends and family. It is a form of emotional abuse that leaves no visible scars but can be deeply damaging. It might start with a seemingly insignificant disagreement, a difference of opinion, or even a perceived insult. What begins as a minor issue can quickly escalate. Suddenly, the conversation stops, the warmth disappears, the abuser becomes a wall of silence, refusing to engage, to listen, or to acknowledge the very existence of the victim. This silence is not just the absence of sound, it's a weapon. The victim's attempts to communicate are met with a cold, unyielding barrier. Days might turn into weeks, the silence becoming a suffocating presence in the home. The passage of time only deepens the wound. The silence becomes a constant reminder of the emotional distance, a gap that seems impossible to bridge. The victim is left feeling isolated, confused, and increasingly desperate. The emotional toll is immense. They crave to break through the wall of silence, to find a way back to connection and understanding, but the path is filled with difficulty. Breaking free from the silent treatment starts with recognizing it for what it is abuse. It's not your fault. This form of emotional manipulation is designed to make you feel powerless and isolated. You don't deserve to be treated this way. Everyone deserves respect and kindness in their relationships. And you don't have to endure it in silence. Speaking up is the first step towards reclaiming your power and self worth. Remember, you have a voice. Use it. Your voice is a powerful tool for change and healing. Don't be afraid to set boundaries, to communicate your needs, and to stand up for yourself. Walk away from situations that are unhealthy and toxic. It's okay to prioritize your well being. If you are experiencing the silent treatment, reach out for help. There are people who care and want to support you. Talk to a trusted friend, a family member, or a therapist. Sharing your experience can provide relief and perspective. There are resources available to support you, including counseling services and support groups. You don't have to go through this alone. Together, we can break the silence and find our voices. The silent treatment thrives in silence, but when we share our stories, when we speak our truths, we chip away at the power it holds. Your voice matters, your experience matters. If you have been affected by the silent treatment, I urge you to share your story in the comments. Your words could be the lifeline someone else needs to break free from a toxic relationship and find their own voice. You are not alone. Let's break the silence together. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for resources and guidance. Take the first step towards reclaiming your life.